With the Zero system reset, we got a big change to the upgrade system. There's 3 separate levels now: Administrator, Authority, and Accessibility, and they all have a bunch of different effects. Most notably, you saw them during the live stream, but at the bottom of Administrator, you now can select which character you're copying from, and then at the bottom here, you can re-roll your Epiphanies. So these are the ones we want to target the most, but it costs a lot to max this out. It says 5,000, so I would assume it's 5,000. Nobody has that. Most people probably zeroed out your Chaos Orbs when you were farming or save data, but there is a way that we can actually access it for a lot cheaper. I don't know exactly how much it costs, so let's find out. What you're going to want to do is first just level up everything that you can. We are going to activate, so you activate for 70, and then you get these ones. Oops, I have to max this one out. And then we can activate this for 100, and now you have this unlocked. But what you can do is if you hit reset all, and this costed, let's see, I'm gonna take out a calculator real quick. So I had 1814 minus 394 left, so this costed 1,420 is how much it cost to get this far. And then we can just reset it with Chaos Orbs, and you'll get everything back, but everything stays unlocked. So you can do it to the next one now. We'll just do this, max it all out, activate this, do the same things here, max this one all out, and we can activate this for 65, and that costs less than the previous one. And then we can reset it again, and now you can do it to the first one if you want. Though for the first one, I would say you probably don't need to bother doing it for the final level. I would recommend doing it for the first level at least. It also doesn't really cost that much, so we might as well. A reset is a reset. Activate this and then reset it all. So now we have everything except for the ones that we used to unlock the little, just the separate levels. And we might as well also go over what the best ones to unlock are. Of course, this is the big one. Random card copy occurs as selected combatant copy. You get to pick 3 random rare or higher cards, and you can duplicate one of them. Includes rewards from unidentified areas, because all the new seasonal content is RNG copies and boss defeats. This is what we're here for. No longer do we have to kill off every single non-unique card in our character decks, or our other character decks that we're not even farming for, and Chaos finally feels playable. The second one, down here at the bottom, Cognitive Reconstruction, gives you a chance to meditate at safe zones, and this is going to cost credits. However, because we're not spamming removals over and over again, you can use those credits on meditation instead of removals. Much nicer. So we're going to pick this one up too, and these are the 2 most important ones. I would say nothing else really comes close. So besides that, here, Cognitive Flash increases your Epiphany chance. Yes, we're going to take this. There's this one here, increases your Divine Epiphany chance. This one is also pretty nice. I think especially if you're somebody who likes to go for higher end decks, like you want those perfect decks with Epiphanies, definitely get this one. I'm not going to take this for now, just because I want to see how many things I have left. There's also the Divine Delegate. We're going to pick this one up, plus the upgrade for it. Rare Unidentified Areas, I think, is worth picking up, just because of how strong Rare Unidentified Areas can be. So we're going to grab this too. And then we do have enough left for the Divines, but let's read everything else first. I guess we'll start from here. So these are the basic stat ones: attack, defense, HP. Honestly, you probably don't need these. Like, it's stats for your Chaos runs, but I think now that we don't need to remove every single card, this alone makes you so much stronger, because, like, before, people were doing Chaos runs with, like, their basics and whatever, like, unique modifier cards they had. You being able to access your full deck is amazing. My Veronica can actually draw cards for once. So I don't think the stats are that important. There's a Divine thing here. During the Aether event, Aether Eater will no longer gain shield. This isn't a huge deal for most characters, but certain characters, I think, like Haru, really struggles with the little rat because she does a few big hits instead of a lot of big ones. The rat does give you cards, especially actually funnily enough, the Agony changes made the Agony card that he gives you pretty insane against him because he just instantly takes all of the damage. But this is nice to pick up later, I think. Monster card, I think this one's probably like useless, just because even with the changes to monster cards, I don't think they're that good still. Synectus is the little tentacle guy. This is nice QOL, just because when he transforms into his bigger tentacle form, he increases your stress, so this kind of just cancels it out. Nice to pick up eventually, but I think one of the less impactful ones. Again, here, there's the stats. This one, you definitely want to pick up at some point. I think this actually probably is potentially more important than the Divines, now that we don't have to use all of our credits in the removing cards. You can spend them buying gear and stuff. So you pick up the restock, this goes up to level 2, so you get 2 free refreshes. This one lets you use training for free, which isn't like fantastic. Honestly, even though you can use it for free, you're still going to be resting or meditating most of the time. This is only if maybe if you pick up that fate that lets you do rest plus training. I'm not sure, I haven't seen that fate yet since the update. I'm not sure how meditation factors into that. This one's the one that we had before. Additional chance of Aether Eater. Does, like, if you have the shield removal, it does make that, will make this a bit easier too. This one makes the evasion event appear more frequently. This is really nice, I think, just because of how good some of the items from Synectus are, especially for DPS, that attack percent sword. Even the one that buffs it for all allies, that one's good for DPS and for supports. So I think this one's very, very nice to pick up. And then here, stats, stats, stats. This one reduces the equipment cost. This one gives you more credits. And then this one increases your mental breakdown recovery chance by 40%. I'm trying to think if there was another one. Was there another one? No. But more easier mental breakdown recovery is nice. I think this is just when you play the card, there's a chance for you to instantly break out, and this will increase it by a lot, which is very, very nice. It should help a lot with just chaos runs for anybody struggling. But overall, I think the ones that I picked are the most important ones. It's just the ones that really make building your deck a lot easier and give you the most impactful stuff. With my remaining 500, I'm going to leave it for now, but I think either the Divine Epiphanies or just the long shop ones are probably going to be the best ones to pick up. But do make sure that you use the reset trick. This lets you max out, or not max out, but get the most important parts of the Zero System upgrade tree using only 1,420, what are these called? Chaos Architect? That does not sound right. Chaos Architect fragments, I will call them, instead of the full 5,000